Hello and welcome to Module 1, LIEP Basics. My name is Robin Stewart and I'm here with my colleague Heidi Campbell. We are going to briefly walk you through the fundamentals of LIEP types that have been approved by North Carolina Department of Public Instruction.
LIEP. What is an LIEP, Robin?
So LIEP stands for Language Instruction Educational Program. An LIEP is basically the structure that your school has chosen to support the needs of English learners at your school. So there are two types of LIEPs, those that utilize two languages for instruction, which are listed in the blue column, and those that utilize English with some native language supports, which are listed in the green column.
Which LIEPs do we use here in CMS?
Most CMS high schools currently use LIEPs that utilize English for instruction. So let's take a look at our three most common types of LIEPs now. Those are content-based ESL, sheltered instruction, and ESL co-teaching. So content-based ESL includes techniques, methodology, and curriculum designed to teach English reading, writing, listening, and speaking skills to English learners. It uses instructional materials, learning tasks, and classroom techniques from academic content areas, and it develops language, content, cognitive, and study skills.
That's very helpful. I don't think I had heard content-based ESL laid out, so it's good to know the key features. Thank you.
Yeah, and some important things to remember is that the instruction is in English. Some supports in native languages may be used, and the high school courses that correlate with content-based ESL are English Language Development, or ELD, and SciUp Language Lab. So our next LIEP type is sheltered instruction. In sheltered instruction, the teacher adapts academic instruction in English to make it understandable at students' levels of English proficiency. And you can learn more about levels of English proficiency in some of our other modules. Some important things to note about sheltered instruction. It can be implemented by content and ESL teachers, and it should be implemented in any class with L students. So that can mean arts, CTE, or content areas.
So what can school-based staff do if they need support with implementing an LIEP?
Well, we'll actually talk about some supports after we discuss ESL co-teaching, but there are a variety of resources and consultation services within our department.
Thanks.
Yeah. So our last LIEP type is ESL co-teaching, and this is a shared collaborative teaching between ESL teacher and content area teacher. It implements strategies that integrate language acquisition, literacy, and academic content at the same time. It's really important to note that ESL co-teaching requires professional development and planning for both teachers so that grade level and developmentally appropriate teaching occurs. So back to your question about support and resources. Here's a list of resources provided by L Services. Some of these are linked, so feel free to click on the links to see these resources. And if you still have questions later on, you can always contact L Services.
This will be very helpful, having the links to these. Some of these things I know a little about, but clicking on them will help refresh my memory. Thanks.
Great. So now that you have a better understanding of LIEPs, I'd like to invite you to take some time to review what you've learned. Are you able to summarize the key features of the three main LIEP types? Are you clear on which courses correlate to the different types? If you don't feel comfortable, feel free to go back through this presentation and review the information. Also, it's best practice to apply new information to your current context. So you can use these questions and the questions on the next slide to extend your learning as it pertains to your school. So thank you for joining us in Module 1. We welcome you to view the rest of the modules in this course to continue learning about high school scheduling for English learners.
Thanks.